it doesn't drive me crazy. And that was just recorded, so my wife better not hear this. Okay.
Wait, no, you never started recording.
Oh, yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
But it didn't say start recording. You just pressed
No,
it.
it did.
You just pressed it.
You see the little blue button that I pressed? That said start recording.
Yeah, but you didn't press it.
I pressed it right at the end, and you can tell it's working, because look at the top, it says stop
now it's
recording.
working.
Yeah, but you have to do that.
Oh, yeah, no, right, exactly. No, she only heard the last line about, what I said. I know I'm not the problem. That was the line she heard.
And now she just heard it again.
So, yes, but I told her that before, so. We had a very famous argument where I actually, this was the moment in time. My wife will kill me if she reads this. You'll read about me in the newsday. There was a moment when, like, did you ever notice, perhaps both parents, I'm not gonna exclude men can do this too, like, their memories are really bad?
Yes.
Have you ever see that?
Just my dad.
All right, just your dad, not mom, just dad. Well, in our home, I confess that my memory could be bad, and it's very difficult to know when your own memory is bad, because by definition, if it's bad, you won't know when it's working right or wrong. You know what I mean? So, one day, this is going back a few years, Sue's sister, who is very, very close to Sue, her sister's name is Donna. I'm stacking the dishwasher, and my wife, Sue, yells at me. I mean, hollers. Hard. Really hard. That I'm stacking the dishwasher wrong. Because I'm putting the forks up. So help me God. I'm getting ready. Now, personally, I would think to myself, oh, gee, honey, it's really nice of you to stack the dishwasher. I think that's an appropriate comment. I don't think, how many times have I told you that those forks go up, is an appropriate comment. But whatever. And I looked at her and I said, you know, you had told me before, or forever I've been, or something like that, with the forks going up. I never said that. Blah, 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 blah. Does this sound slightly familiar in your own life? So I said, okay. And her sister watched the whole thing. Thank God. Or I'd still doubt my sanity. So then I turned every fork over. 1 week later, Donna's eating over again. I'm stacking the dishwasher, putting all the forks down. I never, why are you stacking those forks down? They're supposed to go up. And I looked at Donna, and Donna looked at me, and Donna goes, Sue, you do know that last week you yelled at him because he put them. I never did that. Is this what your life is like too?
Yeah.
Oh.
My mom does that because when I do the dishes and I put them away and I'll miss one day and my sister will do it and she's like, why'd you stack it this way? I'm like, I didn't do it last week.
And here's the point. Here's the point. If the way it's stacked means the dishes come out dirty, it's a problem. As long as the dishes don't come out dirty, and as long as they all fit in there, who cares?
Same.
Are you with me on that?
Yeah.
Who cares? Why do you feel the need that it has to be done your way? So then we realize we're not the problem. It's so liberating. It really is. It's when you like smile and go, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yes,
My mommy.
good people.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she tells me to do something. I'm like, all right, I'll go do it. She tells me to do another thing. I'll kind of just go do the other thing. And then she'll tell me to go do another thing. I'll go do the other thing.
Right.
But I haven't finished the other things because she told me to do another thing. So
Sure.
then she comes back to it and she's like, why didn't you finish? So I'm like, because you told me to do other things. So
Yeah, that happens.
she
to
tells
my
me to
mom
do different
all
things
the
that my
time.
mom does that to me.
But
Then
that
she goes
also
and-
happens with bosses when you get jobs. Happens all the time.
My mom's the worst boss.
Yep. All right.
She doesn't do the bomb.com.
All right, so we've all vented. We all feel better, except Mary. Mary's still kind of down in the dumps. Mary, if we do really well, by the end of the period, I'll put on a Springsteen version of Thunder Road,
Oh, no.
and I'll sing to you. You sure? I would love to sing to you. We can do this.
The last thing she did.
She has to smile. I sing so badly that it's either cry or smile. It's one or the other. You don't have a choice. All right. So let's Now, that whole conversation about wives and parents was recorded, so I really don't think you should go home and say, "Hey, Mom, hey, Dad, let's listen to the math lesson today." Right? Nobody's going on Facebook and being like a stalker and going on my wife's page and going, "This is like Kristen, you should listen to today's math lesson." Very illuminating. All right.
We never thought of this until now.
All right, so what is the average rate of change over the function? Rate of change is? Slope, nice. Y from second point minus y from first point over x from second minus x from first. Problem is they don't give us 2 points, so we got to figure them out. First point's -1 comma something or other. Second point's 3 comma something or other. If I plug in a -1, I get 1 plus 5 is 6. We all good there?
Yeah.
Good, now let's plug in a 3. 3 squared is 9 minus 15, -6. Sweet?
1 second, I screwed something up.
Are we good here, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. I did -6 through.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought the 3 had to be
Yeah.
-1 squared is 1. -5 times -1 is +5. 1 plus 5 is 6.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it was Emma that I was addressing.
Okay. But why does 3 have to be on the other side if it's a y?
No, it's not a y. This is interval notation. This means the
Oh.
x ranges from -1 to 3.
I understand now.
Okay, good. All right, so now plugging in, I'm going to let this be 0.2, this be 0.1. The y from the second point is 6, minus the y from the first is -6. The x from the second is -1, minus the y is -3. And I get 12 over -4, which is -3. Okay?
That's totally
Can you
what I
keep
got
it as 12
Yep.
over negative 4?
after I
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, this is a 2-point partial credit question, and if you left it 12 over -4, as long as they didn't say in simplest form, you get full credit.
Okay.
But a lot of the times, it's also a multiple choice, and they never put 12 over -4. They put -4. Okay, so do I need to answer any questions about this? We're good? Okay, Francesca, don't do that. I know, but now you're gonna make me. Go on. It's starting to go all around the room. All right, what's the slope? -2/3. Good. What's the y-intercept?
5,
5. Where do I begin?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I go down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, this way. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is broken or solid?
Solid.
Solid. Good.
Yeah, bro.
Shade above or below?
Above.
Above. Good.
Wait, can you explain why you shade above?
Well, there's 2 ways to explain why you shade above. Guys, attention. The first way to understand it is this. Let's say you went to Great Adventure and there was a little thing that said, you know, you gotta be 48 inches tall. You have to be at least 48 inches or greater than 48 inches tall to go on a particular ride. When you stand next to that 48-inch mark, are you above it or are you below it?
Probably.
If you can get on the ride, you have to be above it. So greater is above. That's one way. The other way is this. You don't even have to remember above or below, even though I think it's so easy, it's common sense. The other thing you can do is always check a point. So let's just check 0, 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to -2/3 of 0 plus 5?
No.
No. Therefore, I have to shade the other side. If it was, I would shade the 0 side.
Okay.
Okay? So you can always plug in a point to determine which side to shade, and I always like to do 0, 0 because it's so easy. Yes?
What about if it's equal to it?
Well, if it's equal to, like if the line goes through it, you'd have to choose a different point. Okay? But again, I choose nice small numbers with zeros in them. All right, so we have our inequalities, we have our rate of change question done. Now what we're going to do is just do some from to practice. And in the course of practicing, what we're going to do here is this. We have to solve for y, agree? So what do I have to do in the first one?
Subtract
Divide
2.
Divide by 3, very good.
Oh, that's it.
Excellent, Phoebe. Next, over here, what are we going to need to do? We have to do 2 things. What are they? Minus the 3x, and then divide by what?
2.
Not 2.
Negative 2.
-2, and that -2 should be a danger, danger, danger warning. when you divide an inequality by a negative, what do you have to remember to do?
Reverse the.
Switch the sign. If you will, reverse the curse, if you want to think of it that way. Okay, so work with the people you're sitting around. Do this one, and then I'll put the answer up, and then we'll do the next one. Go ahead. Actually, this is the last one, so just do it together. I'll put the answer up in a minute, and then you'll be free to start your homework. Mary, I wish I had cookies. I would give you a cookie to wake you up and get you riled. You don't like cookies? Is it possible for me to make you happy today? No? Is it pudding gonna make you happy? No?
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, so 1.5/3, is that just, now it's just.
Don't forget the greater than or equal.
Oh, okay.
Put that first. Yes. So you get negative 2/3. You just put the dot in the middle a little closer to the top. That makes sense? Did why you understand? You know, be with me on that? The one intercept.
I don't understand.
Was that Sam whining?
I don't understand.
All right, well, did you divide everything by 3?
I'm on the second.
Okay, so then did you subtract 3x?
No.
That needs to be your first step.
Where?
Both sides, always.
Which way, Hunter?
Has my eye ever hurt? On a handful of very rare occasions. it has. Is yours right now? Well, I'm not allowed to give you Tylenol, or I'll give you Tylenol. Remember, broken solid, shade above or below. What, do we have a problem?
Yes.
It's a major issue. Which one did you grab? Okay, well, the problem here is, you see how it says free
All
line?
the way down to the edge of
Well,
the
I would help you with your pen, except you have it in your mouth, so I'm not going to do that. Hope you don't mind. Look, everything in graphing is based on,
But there are no.
right? Okay. Does this say y equals yet? No, it says 3. So you have to divide everything by 3. So that's your first step. And when you're done doing that step, you'll get y is greater than or equal to minus. So now, here's negative 2/3. And then you're gonna go. Okay, so you just make it say y equals, and then you identify the slope of the y-intercept, you just do what it says. And the only thing you have to remember is when you draw the line, is it a solid line or a broken line? And if it has an or equal to underneath, like this one is solid. If it doesn't, like, I'm not exactly sure what it says, but assuming there's no equal to underneath, then this is broken. And if it's greater than your shade above, it's less your shade above. Okay?
How did you know? I was like, I got my knees.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Challenge. I would just do it with shall.
Oh.
Excellent.
How would you plot,
Negative 2/3, put it in between a little closer to the negative 1 than to the 0. Yes.
My eraser has a face on it.
That's a what? A face?
no,
Oh, I want to see the face. This is like when they see the Virgin Mary in the French
See,
Revolution.
but that's the smile on the eye.
Oh, the smile is obvious. Yeah, what did you do?
I don't know how that came.
Good? Ah,
She didn't bring them. You brought me a
Hand it that
bowl
way,
of
Mr.
mine.
Yes. No, only if you multiply and divide by a negative, that 3 is positive.
We subtract by the rate.
Doesn't matter what you go into, it only matters what you divide by.
Right,
Okay?
Mr. Lincoln, you add X.
You add,
X.
I think it's add 3x to both sides.
Yeah, 3x.
Yeah. No, actually subtract, because that says plus, you need to divide. You're gonna subtract 3x, and then you're gonna divide by negative 2. Yeah, it's always the whole thing. Okay, ready? Okay, so listen, this is what I would advise doing. I'm gonna go through and do this question in its entirety, and then there's one on the homework that's like it. So as soon as I'm done with this question, before you leave here, I would make it a point to just work together with the people around you and do the one question on the homework that has to do with graphing inequalities. That way, you reinforce the ideas we're about to go over. All right, so this says 3y is greater than or equal to 3x minus 2. So I need to divide everything by 3. And when I do that, I get y is greater than or equal to x minus 2/3. And that's a very awkward y-intercept, but it is what it is. And negative 2/3 is about here, give or take. Okay? And then I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and so on. You know, to try to pretty much fill out the graph as you go along, and then a little bit on the backside here. Now, is this a solid or a broken line? It's going to be a solid line because it's or equal to under the inequality.
Yeah.
We okay? And the next step is, do I shade above or below? Hey, do I shade above or below?
Above.
Above, because it's greater than. Okay. And that stuff about greater than, less than only works when the y is on the left. So we always have to make sure the y is on the left. Next. This one needs a little bit more work. Negative 2y plus 3x is greater than negative 8. So first, in an effort to get y by itself, so it's in y equals mx plus b form, I subtract 3x from both sides. Then I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. And the first thing is, in dividing by a negative, I have to switch the direction of the inequality. So it now becomes less than or equal to. Negative 3 over negative 2, I'm going to leave 3 over 2x. Some of you might be inclined to think you should write 1.5. That would be a mistake. Leave it 3 over 2 because it's a slope. It's how you move. Plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my y-intercept. Up 3 over 2. Up 3 over 2. Up 3 over 2. Backside.
What? Why do you go up there over 2?
Oh, no, this is negative 3x. Then I'm dividing by a negative 2. Negative 3 divided by negative 2 is positive 3 over 2. Yeah, because it says negative 2y.
What? I did nothing.
Hey, look. Subtract the 3x from both sides. That gives you y is greater than or equal to negative 3x minus 8. Then divide by negative 2. Negative 3 divided by negative 2 is 3 over 2. Now, make this solid. Oh, it is or equal to. And I actually went a little bit off right there. So, do I shade above or below here?
Mr. Lincoln,
You messed
equal
up.
to.
Yours is not or equal to? Oh, I thought mine was. If it's not or equal to, you should have a broken line. So yours would look then like this.
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay.
I'm stuck at home.
Okay. Look, Silencio. Let me go back to this part of it. Ready? Negative 2y plus 3x is greater than negative 8. First step is to subtract 3x. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's left is a negative 2y is greater than negative 3x minus 8. Okay, shh, don't talk. Is everybody on the same page so far? Yes or no? Where are you different?
Wait. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Divide by -2. Divide by -2. Y is greater than 3/2 x plus 4. Agreed?
Wait, I can't see anything when you're writing blue.
Y is greater than 3/2 x plus 4. Agree? Okay.
Yes.
Now, I go over here, I touch it 4. Up 3/2, up 3/2, up 3/2. Backside, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. Now, I thought it was greater than or equal to before. It's only greater than. So we did the broken line with green to correct that mistake. Now, the last question you need to ask is, do I shade above or below? I divided by a negative. Oh, I have to flip the sign. Divided by a negative. Sorry, yes, below it is. All right. I would not do 1.5 because it's a slope. You're supposed to go up 3/2. Now, if it worked out the same, I wouldn't take off any points, but you want to work that way.
The following students please report to the health office. Alex Vera, DeAndre Richmond,
See ya.
Bronwyn